Welcome to Canada, everybody. Not even Halloween being over, and we've got a snowstorm the last 2 days. So Halloween's over, which means Stranger Things 2, Stranger Things Season 2, just dropped on Netflix. And if you were like me, you binge watched every minute of those 9 hours to find out what was going to happen next with Will and the others. If you recall the video I put up a few days ago, I postulated that Will might not even be Will anymore. And I wasn't wrong, I guess. Ooh, snow. So in Stranger Things Season 2, it did suffer from sequelitis. Sequelitis is any time the sequel tries to be as good as the first, but just never quite gets there. And I think part of it was that the first Stranger Things was such a gem, it was unexpected. So when Season 2 rolls around, there's all this expectation and pressure. So even if they did exactly what they did in the first season, it still wouldn't be good enough for us viewers. Now, let me say, in no way am I suggesting that Stranger Things Season 2 is garbage or not worth watching, because it was fantastic. It's just very apparent that at this point in the game, they have a plan to keep making more seasons of Stranger Things. Whereas the first season was somewhat self-contained. They did make a point in the final episode of the first season of bookending it with the Dungeons and Dragons scene. And in that scene, they postulated, well, what about these aspects of story elements? And what about these? And, Will was like, well, yeah, what about them? And so what they were doing in that was suggesting that, yes, there were things that happened in Season 1 that were worth questioning and worth exploring deeper. But, if they got to, they got to. Whereas in Season 2, they full on know that they're going to get a Season 3 and probably a Season 4 without much trouble. So because of that, you start to see them do some lore building. Lore building is fantastic because you're expanding the world, and it helps keep us invested. The trouble is when they do lore building for the sake of showing us that there will be more. As an example, they introduced the character 8, and for all intents and purposes, 8's storyline detracted Elle from pretty much the entirety of the season. Everything that was happening with her and 8 only served the purpose to just show you that there were others that were out there, and that, stay tuned, you're going to find out about these guys in future seasons. Because aside from that, they serve no purpose of being in the actual story at all. And that disheartens me a little bit. Like, I think that it's great that they wanted to add new people in, but they had to serve a purpose in the story. Like Max, as an example, is a new character. And in Max's case, she's an integral part to the story because she's along. She's in the party. She's creating new dynamics, sort of the way that Elle did in the party last year. So this is a case where they were trying to repeat something they did last year, but it was, now that I think of it, probably her character didn't need to exist. Other than the fact to create that tension between Dustin and stuff. But they could have done that just with the baby Demogorgon. What happened with the baby Demogorgon could have been all they needed. So I guess what I'm saying is there were elements in this season that didn't need to be there. And the only reason they were there was to tell us that there's going to be more. Yeah, you know what? Sequelitis. We'll butt it up to that. For the most part, Stranger Things 2, Season 2, was a really strong season. It's definitely worth binging. And I look forward to seeing new seasons. I wish that they had taken a little more time to make things matter just a bit more than they did. Anyways, what did you think of Season 2? Let me know in the comments below. And, oh, right. I started a Patreon account. So there'll be a link to that in the description so I can make more videos like this. So I'd prefer it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, but also go check me out on Patreon. It's a lot of these same videos, except that if you donate as little as $1 a month, you get to see bonus things, concept art. I give away props or iTunes cards, things of that sort. So check me out. Have a great day, and stay warm because it's chilly out here.